There are a lot of secrets hidden under the bright lights of Las Vegas. Today we're going to reveal a shocking family story that no one saw coming. Rick Harrison, the smart deal-making star of Pawn Stars, is now in the fight of his life, not over a rare artifact or historical treasure, but over something much more valuable, his family's legacy and reputation. Court documents that were only given to our team show accusations from Rick's adopted daughter that could destroy everything he's worked for. This is what happens when the cameras stop rolling. The famous pawn shop owner is in the middle of his toughest deal yet, and this time it's not gold that's at stake, but family bonds. Stay with me as I reveal the truth about the most shocking family breakup on reality TV. For more than 10 years through their TV sets, millions of people have welcomed Rick Harrison into their homes. The tough pawn shop owner who knows a lot about history grew a small family business in Las Vegas into a kingdom. Gold and silver pawn shop went from being a local business to a global one, became a popular tourist spot, and the focus of a TV show that made the Harrison family famous all over the world. Rick's honest personality and business sense built not only a show but a dynasty worth millions of dollars. But behind the deals and family jokes that kept people entertained, a very different story was happening. According to court documents filed last month, Rick's adopted daughter, who he had mostly kept out of the public eye, has come forward with accusations that paint the reality star in a troubling new light. Light to protect privacy. We're not going to say her name because her evidence has shocked both the courtroom and the entertainment business. Rick and his adopted daughter had a happy beginning to their relationship after he married his second wife. Rick formally adopted her daughter and, according to all accounts, fully integrated her into the Harrison family. In early interviews, Rick was proud of his blended family, stressing that blood ties didn't matter, they were just the Harrisons. Millions of fans saw him as a family man, but sworn testimony from the current case shows that this public image was very different from what his adopted daughter says she experienced. In court last week, she described a home where she always felt like an outsider, pushed to the edges of family life, while Rick's biological children got most of his attention, affection, and financial support. She said, "I tried everything to earn his love and support." Love reads an emotional part of her testimony, but I always knew I wasn't a real Harrison. The courtroom was silent as she described specific instances of alleged neglect, while Rick's biological sons were being trained to continue the family business and appear on the show. She said she was kept in the background on purpose, and when she asked to learn how to run a pawn shop, she was told to find her own path, which she took to mean she was being pushed away from the family business. "It became clear that the Harrison legacy wasn't meant for me," she told the judge. Financial differences are another central part of her legal complaint. Rick's net worth apparently reached over $8 million thanks to the success of Pawn Stars. His adopted daughter says she had a hard time getting money for school. Court records show that while large trusts were set up for his biological children, her repeated requests for the same kind of help were turned down or given less weight. Making financial choices, her lawyers say, show a pattern of emotional favoritism that caused long-lasting psychological damage. The claims about Rick's behavior at major family events may have done the most damage to his public image. According to testimony, when cameras weren't rolling, Rick would often avoid his adopted daughter at family gatherings and focus on his biological children or business associates. She told Rick with tears in her eyes that her 18th birthday wasn't celebrated by him, who was allegedly at a show-related convention, even though he had changed his plans to be there for his boys' similar milestones. According to documents made by his lawyers, Rick's legal team has strongly denied these claims, giving a very different account of what happened. Rick gave his adopted daughter every possible benefit, such as private schooling, regular allowances, and the chance to go on family trips. They've even shown her pictures of Rick attending her high school, graduation, and other important dates. In order to counter the story of negligence, the defense has also questioned the timing of these claims, pointing out that they came up soon after a fight over a trust fund Rick had set up that included certain behavioral conditions. The daughter allegedly failed to meet these conditions. This case isn't about emotional neglect, Rick's lawyers said in the opening statements. It's about financial expectations that weren't met because of certain reasonable conditions. Didn't meet. Both sides have called former gold and silver pawn shop employees as witnesses, and they have given different accounts of Rick's relationship with his adopted daughter. One former manager said that Rick was proud of all of his children, including his adopted daughter, and often showed staff photos of her accomplishments. On the other hand, another employee said that Rick rarely talked about her at work when they were talking about family issues, instead focusing on his sons and their future roles in the business. Business as expert witnesses, psychologists have talked about the unique problems adopted children and high-profile families face when the public sees them as not fitting in. The trial has shown how complicated it is for blended families to live together in public. There is often a difference between how a family looks to outsiders and how they really feel about their family, as described. The plaintiff's family counselor, Dr. Rebecca Thornhill, said that this gap will hurt even more for adopted kids who are already having trouble with their identity. As the trial enters its second week, the courtroom has turned into a different kind of reality show, where carefully crafted public images are being torn apart and the messy truth of family relationships is laid bare. The judge has heard from Rick's ex-wife, who mostly agreed with her daughter's claims, while admitting that Rick did help her financially by giving her things she said he never gave her. What she needed most was to feel like she belonged. The case has caused a lot of debate on social media, and Pawn Stars fans have had a range of responses. A lot of longtime fans have been shocked and disappointed, while others have defended Rick, saying that the accusations might be made to make money. The History Channel, which has been home to Pawn Stars for 15 seasons, made a short statement saying they are keeping a close eye on the situation, but won't say anything else because it is private family matter. Industry experts say that Rick Harrison could suffer a lot in terms of reputational damage, no matter what the legal outcome is. This is because reality TV stars show viewers an honest version of themselves, and when that honesty is called into question, especially when it comes to something as basic as how they treat their children, it can change how people see them forever. For Rick, the stakes go beyond his public image, as court documents show that his adopted daughter she wants both money and public recognition of the emotional harm she says he caused. Her lawyers have suggested that a sincere public apology and a promise to go to family counseling could be part of a possible settlement. As of today, settlement talks seem to have broken down, and both sides are getting ready for more court proceedings. Sources close to Rick say he is still determined to clear his name because he thinks the accusations are not a true reflection of his actions and goals as a father. Meanwhile, his adopted daughter's lawyers say she is determined to have her truth told after years of feeling shut up. The case brings up important questions about celebrity families and parental responsibility. When does giving money not count as real parenting? Can money replace emotional presence? How do we balance public personas with private realities? During a break, a juror was heard saying, "Nobody looks good when family laundry gets done." Legal experts say the trial could go on for a few more weeks because more witnesses have yet to be called. No matter what the verdict is, it seems like the Harrison family will never be the same again. Former family friends talk about holiday gatherings and celebrations where all the children used to look happy together, which is very different from how the family is now, with members avoiding eye contact across a courtroom. During cross-examination, Rick's adopted daughter was asked why she waited years to come forward with her claims, and when she did, it silenced the courtroom. "I kept hoping things would change. I kept hoping that one day I'd feel like a real Harrison. Until finally I realized that acceptance would never come, and I needed to make peace with that on my own terms," she said. One thing is becoming clearer, behind the air of confidence and knowledge that millions of viewers have come to know, Rick Harrison faces his biggest task not as a businessman but as a family. Relationships, unlike the artifacts that come through his pawn shop, can be hard to fix once they're broken. The public fallout from the Harrison family is a strong reminder that reality TV only shows us what the producers want us to see. When the cameras stop rolling, the real, messy, and often painful reality plays out. For Rick Harrison, who made his name figuring out the value of rare objects, the true value of family bonds may be We'll keep you up to date on this case as it develops. For now, from everyone at our channel, remember that the most valuable things in life aren't always the ones that cost the most. Sometimes the most valuable things are the relationships we build every day. Like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date on this developing story and more exclusive content. This has been an in-depth look at the Harrison family saga, where reality has been stranger and more heartbreaking than any TV script could ever be.